You lose your best work to interruptions and context switching. That leak costs creativity, deadlines, and the hours that produce promotions and launches. Install the Interrupt Immunity Protocol and build a 15-minute ritual that converts chaotic environments into protected deep work windows. By the end, you will have a repeatable sequence that blocks interruptions, forces initiation, and delivers measurable progress every session. First, prove the leak. In 10 seconds, answer 3 yes/no signals. Do you check your phone within 5 minutes of sitting down? Do you resume a task more than twice after an interruption? Do you have half-finished files that never become finished? If you answered yes to any interruptions, extract a steep attention tax from your week. The brain pays a high switching cost when you move between tasks, and those costs compound into lost days. The protocol attacks that compounding by creating a rapid state change, a physical and digital shield, and a clear success cue. The cognitive mechanism is simple. Brief physiological resets drop sympathetic activation and increase prefrontal clarity. Visible commitment and external signals raise the social cost of interruption. Time-boxed focus windows increase dopamine and reduce initiation friction. The Interrupt Immunity Protocol chains those levers into 5 practical steps you can execute in 15 minutes or less before every deep work block. Step 1 is the 90-second centering reset. Trigger before you begin a focused block. Action: close your eyes, place both feet flat, inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat until 90 seconds pass. Hold your posture tall and say the single desired outcome aloud in 1 sentence. Mechanism: extended exhalation increases vagal tone and calms the stress response, clearing working memory for priority selection. Success cue: you can state the session goal in 1 unhedged sentence and feel a drop in background mental chatter. Do this now. Perform a 90-second centering reset for 90 seconds to lower arousal and sharpen focus. Step 2 is the external commitment anchor. Trigger immediately after the resets. Action: create a visible commitment that someone else can observe or a system will timestamp. Send a one-line message to a stakeholder, post a brief public update in your team channel, or create a timestamped task in your project tool that reads, "Starting focused block for task at time." Mechanism: external traces increase social and cognitive accountability and reduce the impulse to abandon the block. Success cue: the commitment has a timestamp or recipient and can be seen by at least 1 external party. Do this now. Post a 1-line timestamped commitment for 2 minutes to lock external accountability in place. Step 3 is the physical and digital shield. Trigger after the commitment exists. Action: remove 8 common interruption vectors in under 60 seconds. Mute phone, set to do not disturb, close email, close chat apps, enable a website blocker for social and news, unplug unnecessary monitors, put headphones on with ambient or white noise, and place a visible do not disturb token on your workspace. Mechanism: reducing cues and entry points lowers both reflexive checking and externally driven interruptions. Success cue: 8 vectors are disabled and the do not disturb token is in place. Do this now. Implement the 8-point shield for 60 seconds to remove immediate interruption triggers. Step 4 is the graded focus window. Trigger once shields are active. Action: set a graded timer sequence. First block 15 minutes, second block 30 minutes, third block 60 minutes depending on your capacity. Start with 15 minutes if you are rebuilding focus. During the block, work on the single commitment you declared. Use the Pomodoro or a visible countdown and refuse to edit beyond completion when writing or to refactor beyond the minimum viable run when coding. Mechanism: short graded windows increase dopamine and allow the basal ganglia to form a finish-first habit loop. Success cue: you complete the block and produce a measurable chunk or a clear partial that resolves the main uncertainty. Do this now. Run a 15-minute graded focus block for 15 minutes to start momentum and produce testable progress. Step 5 is the 2-minute closure signal. Trigger when the timer ends. Action: perform a rapid closure ritual. Capture what finished, note the single next micro step, and externalize the result with a 1-line update to the same stakeholder or channel used earlier. If blocking issues remain, create exactly 1 follow-up micro obligation with a timestamp and assign an owner. Mechanism: visible closure completes the Zeigarnik loop and prevents open-loop cognitive drag. Success cue: you either posted the session result or created a single timestamped follow-up micro obligation. Do this now. Perform a 2-minute closure signal for 2 minutes to finalize outputs and lock the next step. Optional escalation for team environments. Trigger when colleagues repeatedly interrupt you despite shields. Action: Implement a weekly interruption contract. Send a one-paragraph guideline that states your focused hours, the notification policy, and one escalation channel for urgent issues. Offer a mandatory 2-minute status update at the top of your blocked windows so stakeholders know when you will be available. Mechanism. Explicit norms reduce accidental interruptions and create predictable windows for synchronous work. Success queue. The team acknowledges the contract or sets shared focus hours. Do this now. Draft and send a one-paragraph interruption contract for 10 minutes to create collective enforcement. 2 friction scenarios and survival rules. Scenario 1, emergency calls or genuine urgent events. Rule, define 2 emergency criteria and communicate them beforehand. If an event meets criteria, the recipient uses a predefined code phrase or an SMS with a unique keyword that bypasses Do Not Disturb. That keeps integrity while allowing true emergencies. Scenario 2, internal temptations to check notifications. Rule, implement an immediate capture habit. Log the urge in a one-line capture and resume work for at least 5 minutes. The capture reduces working memory load and delays the rewarding loop of checking. Measurement and feedback. Use a compact weekly scorecard. Metric 1, interrupt immunity runs. Count how many full protocol runs you completed. Metric 2, uninterrupted minutes. Some minutes completed without interruption. Metric 3, deliverables or clear partials produced. Count measurable outputs created during runs. Track daily and compute weekly totals. Targets for week 1. Complete at least 10 runs, reach at least 3 uninterrupted 60-minute equivalents cumulatively, and produce at least 5 measurable deliverables or clear partials. These metrics are objective and repeatable and give a direct signal of whether the protocol reduces the attention tax. Maintenance and scaling. For busy days, compress the protocol into 5 minutes. Do a 30-second centering reset, post a time-stamped one-line commitment in 1 minute, implement a 4-point shield in 60 seconds, run a 20-minute focus block, and perform a 1-minute closure. For long-term scaling, convert your weekly schedule into protected deep work blocks by reserving 2 morning blocks of at least 90 minutes each and enforcing the protocol for those blocks. Habit consolidation occurs when you run the full protocol 20 times across varied tasks. Why this produces immunity, not avoidance. The protocol trains your brain to expect and reward protected focus. Short resets and visible commitments change state. Shields reduce queues. Graded windows produce dopamine rewards. Closure converts partials into memory and learning. Over weeks, you rewire the habitual response to interruptions and create a predictable engine of completion and learning. 7-day challenge. For the next 7 workdays, run the interrupt immunity protocol at least 3 times per day. Each evening, log interrupt immunity runs, uninterrupted minutes, and deliverables produced. At the end of 7 days, compare totals to your baseline week. If uninterrupted minutes increase by 20% and deliverables rise, the protocol is effective. If not, tighten shields and shorten your graded initiation window to increase urgency. Quick checklist you can use immediately. When you sit down, 1. Perform the 90-second centering reset and state a single session goal. 2. Post a 1-line time-stamped external commitment. 3. Apply the 8-point physical and digital shield. 4. Run a 15-minute graded focus block. And 5. Perform a 2-minute closure and externalize results. Each run ends with a visible cue and either a finished chunk or a single time-stamped next micro-obligation. Micro-assignments recap. Do this now. Perform a 90-second centering reset for 90 seconds to lower arousal and sharpen focus. Do this now. Post a 1-line time-stamped commitment for 2 minutes to lock external accountability in place. Do this now. Implement the 8-point shield for 60 seconds to remove immediate interruption triggers. Do this now. Run a 15-minute graded focus block for 15 minutes to start momentum and produce testable progress. Do this now. Perform a 2-minute closure signal for 2 minutes to finalize outputs and lock the next step. Final strategic paragraph. Interruptions are not your fault, but they are your battleground. The Interrupt Immunity Protocol gives you a compact, scientifically grounded ritual that converts chaotic environments into protected production windows. Run the protocol repeatedly and you will reclaim hours, ship more reliably, and build the rare competitive advantage of sustained deep work. Subscribe to Success Code to collect more deployable protocols that translate neuroscience into measurable advantage. Each video is a new tool you can apply tomorrow to protect your focus, finish what matters, and win at scale.